I know exactly what's going on. You've been playing football for months, maybe even years, and still, every time the ball lands on your weak foot, you panic like someone just threw a live grenade at you. You either pass it backwards, trip over your shoelaces, or just blast it into orbit like you're auditioning for NASA. And then you wonder, why can't I play like those pros who shoot, dribble, and pass with both feet like it's nothing? Well, here's the truth. If you don't train your weak foot, you're basically playing football with one arm tied behind your back. You're predictable. Defenders already know which way you're going. It's like announcing, "Hey guys, I only go right, please tackle me politely." And trust me, no defender's gonna be polite. But here's the good news. In just 7 days, yes, 1 week, you can turn your weak foot from a useless decoration into a weapon. Will you become Messi's left foot overnight? Nah. But will you go from, "Please God, don't pass to me," to "Defenders now respect both sides of my game"? Absolutely. And I'm going to show you exactly how. We're breaking this down into 7 key techniques, 7 things you can train step by step, and each one builds on the other. Today, in this first part, we're going to cover the first 2. And I promise, if you actually do the drills I'm giving you, not just watch this video while eating Pringles, you're going to shock yourself. The first principle is simple but powerful. Repetition, not perfection. Most beginners get this wrong. They think they need to hit perfect weak foot passes, perfect shots, right away. But perfection is not your goal. Repetition is. Football is muscle memory. Think about it. When you brush your teeth, you don't even think about it. Your arm just moves automatically. That's what you want with your weak foot. So here's what you're going to do. Every single day, minimum 20 minutes, you're going to pass and control the ball with only your weak foot. Against a wall if you don't have a partner. Left foot, right foot, weak foot, repeat. Don't care if the pass is ugly, don't care if the ball spins weird, don't care if your neighbor's cat starts judging you, just keep hitting it, over and over. Drill number 1, the wall pass drill. Stand about 5 to 7 meters from a wall. Pass the ball with your weak foot, control the rebound with your weak foot, and pass again. 10 minutes non-stop. Then repeat with the inside of the foot, then laces, then even outside if you're feeling adventurous. You'll mess up, the ball will fly sideways, you'll look like a clown, but that's exactly the point. Every mistake is your brain rewiring. Let me give you some perspective. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't become two-footed by accident. He used to practice crossing and shooting with his weaker left foot until it became natural. Same with Son Heung-min. Guy is so deadly with both feet that defenders can't guess where he's going. And why do you think that is? Repetition. Thousands and thousands of touches. Not 10, not 20, not "I tried once last week." Thousands. Now, principle number 2, balance before power. This one is critical. Beginners love to smash the ball with their weak foot like they're trying to kick it out of the stadium. But if you can't balance your body properly, forget it. The ball will end up closer to the corner flag than the goal. Think about when you first learned to ride a bike. You didn't start by doing wheelies down the street. You started with balance. And football is the same. Your weak foot doesn't trust your brain yet, so the first step is to control your body. So here's drill number 2, the one-touch balance drill. Take 5 cones, or use water bottles if you're broke like I was, and set them in a line about 1 meter apart. Start dribbling slowly with your weak foot only, weaving through the cones. Don't rush. Focus on keeping your body balanced, head slightly up, soft touches. Do it for 10 minutes. Then add one-touch passes at the end of the cone line. What this does is force you to stabilize your hips and body while controlling the ball. Without balance, your weak foot will always betray you. With balance, suddenly you can pass, dribble, and even shoot without collapsing like a Jenga tower. Here's a story for you. In 2011, Messi scored one of his most ridiculous goals against Arsenal in the Champions League. He chipped the keeper with his weaker right foot. Now, was it as strong as his left? No, but his body balance was so perfect that even his weaker side could execute under pressure. That's the difference. Your balance lets your weak foot operate with confidence. Now let's be real for a second. The first time you do this, you're going to feel awkward. You'll probably trip on the cone, hit your shin, maybe fall down and pretend nobody saw you, but that's normal. Remember, weak foot training is basically teaching your body a new language. At first, you're speaking like a confused toddler, but after a few days, you start forming sentences, and by the end of the week, defenders will suddenly realize, wait, this guy can actually go both ways now. So, in this first stage, don't even worry about shooting rockets with your weak foot. That will come later. For now, focus on two things: repetition and balance. Pass the ball 1,000 times, control it, repeat. Dribble with balance, keep your body steady. That's the foundation. And let me tell you something funny. Every time you practice your weak foot, your brain is literally rewiring itself. Scientists call it neuroplasticity. Basically, your brain is saying, oh, I see, we're actually going to use this useless foot now? Fine, I'll reprogram the system. So every bad touch, every messed up pass is actually progress. Imagine that. Your mistakes are actually your secret weapon. By the end of the first 3 days of this 7-day challenge, you're going to notice something strange. Suddenly, when the ball comes to your weak foot, you won't freeze anymore. You'll just act. Your body will recognize the motion. That's the magic of repetition and balance. And listen, don't be the guy who says, oh, coach, I'll just use my strong foot forever. Yeah? Tell that to defenders when they trap you on your weak side and you've got nowhere to go. You'll look like a fish flopping on dry land. Football is about unpredictability. If defenders know you can only use one foot, you're finished. But when you're dangerous on both feet, bro, you're a nightmare. You can cut left, cut right, pass inside, shoot outside. Defenders will start looking at you like you've got cheat codes installed. So here's your homework for the first 3 days. Days 1 to 3, 20 minutes of wall passes with your weak foot non-stop. Inside, laces, outside. Then, 10 minutes of cone dribbling with only your weak foot. Balance first, then speed. That's it. Simple. But if you actually do this, no excuses, no skipping, you're already 50% ahead of every lazy player who avoids their weak foot like it's cursed. So, you've survived the first 3 days of training your weak foot. By now, you've probably cursed at the wall, tripped over cones, maybe even had a neighbor yell, "Oi, stop smashing the ball at midnight!" But guess what? That's progress. You've built the foundation, repetition, and balance. Now, we turn things up. Because let's be honest, you didn't click this video just to pass against a wall. You want to be that player who can smash a weak foot shot top corner, whip in a cross like Trent Alexander-Arnold, and leave defenders crying. So here's where we cover the next 5 techniques that will make your weak foot deadly in 7 days. Third principle, shoot with control, not hope. This is the part that gets every beginner. They finally line up with their weak foot, and what do? They smash it like Thor swinging his hammer, hoping the ball magically flies into the net. But here's the truth. Weak foot shooting starts with control, not power. Think about it. Did Messi become Messi by blasting every shot? No. Half his goals come from placing the ball with precision. Even with his weaker right foot, he focuses on accuracy first. Once your technique is solid, then the power comes naturally. So here's drill number 3, the target shooting drill. Set up 3 small targets inside the goal, maybe cones, shoes, or even your little brother's backpack if he's annoying you. Place the ball at the edge of the box and take 20 shots with your weak foot. But here's the catch. You're not allowed to shoot with power. You're only allowed to place it gently into the targets. The moment you try to smash it, stop and reset. After 20, move the ball to different angles and repeat. Do this daily for 15 minutes. By the end of the week, you'll be shocked. Suddenly your weak foot won't just kick the ball, it'll aim. Now let's go deeper. 4th principle, cross like you mean it. Most beginners with a weak foot avoid crossing because they think it'll embarrass them. And honestly, sometimes it does. Your first cross with your weak foot might look like a clearance to row Z. But crossing is essential because it forces you to use the full range of your weak foot, balance, timing, and striking technique. Here's drill number 4, the cross and sprint drill. Place 5 balls along the wing. Dribble each ball to the crossing zone, about 10 to 15 meters from the box, using your weak foot, then whip in across. Don't worry if no one's there to finish it, just focus on hitting the ball cleanly. After each cross, sprint back to the starting point. Not only are you training your weak foot, you're also simulating real match fatigue. Want proof this works? Go watch Sun Heung-min's highlights. The guy can cross with either foot, and defenders absolutely hate it. They don't know whether he'll cut inside or go down the line. That unpredictability is priceless. Now, fifth principle, use it in small-sided games. Listen carefully. If you only train your weak foot in drills but never use it in games, you'll choke. It's like studying for a test but never taking practice exams. You need match stress to actually apply what you learned. So here's the challenge. Next time you play a five-a-side or even just street football, make a rule for yourself. Weak foot only for 10 minutes. Every pass, every touch, every shot. You'll look awkward, your teammates might yell, "Bro, why are you passing with the wrong foot?" Ignore
them. That awkwardness is the whole point. Pressure plus repetition equals real progress. Funny story, Arjen Robben, one of the most predictable players ever. Everyone knew he cut inside on his left, but he still destroyed defenses because his left foot was God tier. Now imagine if Robben had a weak foot cross too. He would have been unstoppable. You can be the opposite, unpredictable, if you force yourself to actually use both feet under pressure. Sixth principle, confidence over fear. Let's be real. Half the reason your weak foot sucks is fear. Fear of messing up, fear of your teammates laughing, fear of looking like a Sunday league clown. But here's the mindset shift. Your weak foot mistakes are invisible progress. Every bad touch is one step closer to clean technique. Here's a mental drill you can try. Next time the ball rolls to your weak foot in training, say out loud, or in your head if you don't want to look like a psycho, "I choose weak foot." By speaking it, you remind yourself that you're in control, not your fear. It sounds cheesy, but trust me, it rewires your brain. Think of Ronaldo. Early in his career, he got mocked for showboating and messing up stepovers. Did he stop? Nope. He doubled down, trained harder, built confidence. That's why today, he can score with his left, right, head, knee, probably even his car keys if you gave him the chance. Confidence turns mistakes into weapons. Seventh and final principle, daily micro sessions. Here's where most players mess up. They train their weak foot once a week, then complain, "Coach, it's not improving." Of course not, bro. You're treating your weak foot like a side chick instead of a main priority. Improvement comes from daily micro sessions. You don't need hours, just 10-15 minutes every single day. Juggling with your weak foot while brushing your teeth. Passing against a wall before dinner. Quick weak foot volleys while waiting for your Uber. These little moments add up. By the end of 7 days, you've put in hundreds of extra touches without even realizing it. Here's a quick drill. Weak foot juggling. Start with one juggle, catch. Then 2, then 3. Do it daily. Even if you fail after 2, you're still improving your coordination. And one day, out of nowhere, you'll hit 20 in a row and feel like Neymar in your backyard. So let's put this whole 7-day challenge together. Days 1 to 3, wall passes and balance dribbling. Days 4 through 5, target shooting and crossing drills. Day 6, weak foot only in small-sided games. Day 7, micro sessions all day, plus weak foot juggling. That's it. 1 week, 7 days. By the end, you won't be perfect, but you'll be confident, and confidence is what makes your weak foot deadly. And here's the best part. Once you build that base, you just keep layering. In a month, your weak foot will shock your friends. In 6 months, defenders will stop forcing you onto your bad side. In a year, you'll be so unpredictable that even your coach will wonder, wait, which foot is his weak one again? So let me leave you with this. Football isn't about being born gifted. It's about discipline, growth, and having the guts to look stupid while you improve. The players you admire, Messi, Ronaldo, Son, De Bruyne, they weren't born two-footed. They trained it. And if they can do it, so can you. So now get out there, train your weak foot for the next 7 days, and turn that useless leg into a weapon defenders fear. And hey, if this video helped you, smash the like button, drop a comment telling me which drill you're starting with, and subscribe so you don't miss the next training guide. Remember, repetition, balance, control, crossing, match use. confidence, and daily sessions. 7 steps, 7 days, and your weak foot will never be weak again. Now go make defenders cry.